I'd like you to contribute anything relevant to paranormal activity phenomena you come across, things you've read, ideas or experiences you've had, worth mentioning story, you heard, anything. And I gave them a video game.
Do you have the comments of the classmates? Can we see the comments of the classmates?
This is something we're working on. Normally, although I've told them that they can comment on anything they like, of course, as long as they...
It's very creative.
Yes, this is something we're still working on. I mean, this is a brand new idea. We've been using it for 1 year or so, 1.5, and they need to practice. They can send messages personally to the writer or something, or comment on this. They're free to do so. They do so, but so far we haven't got too much, as much at least as we would have liked.
Is it difficult for a teacher to prepare one? And
what?
To prepare one?
No. I prepare all these things while teaching. I'm there. I can see that, of course, in many cases, you may guess what might be of their interest, and prepare something. But normally, while in the middle of my session, I understand what captures their imagination, and I put in the time. It takes me 2 minutes. Nothing.
How do you become part of that? How do you become part of when you roll in, sign in? What do you do? Is it something that anyone can join?
The club is help.
Yeah.
Practical things. You need to get access from. There are administrative things.
You have to pay.
I just want to show this. I mean, but this is quite easy.
Is this free?
No, it's not. But this is not expensive. I mean,
there must be free things out there as well.
I don't know, it's something we can discuss further because I'm not here for this. But it's very easy to get in. You get the username and the password, and this is it.
But you can do the same through Blackboard, for example. No.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean.
This is what I said at the beginning, that there are plenty of things you can do. I'm just showing something I've been using for some time. This is, of course. I guess.
Any WebCT, Blackboard kind of thing, you could do the same things, couldn't you?
Maybe.
Yes,
possibly.
definitely.
Now, what? This is brand new, and this is e-class.
You got a picture of me there as well. You put my picture there.
Yes. And we like it very much. We did something like that in class, so they decided that they had many things to say, and I didn't have the time. So I said, okay, express yourselves through this. As simple as that. And yes, if you touch them, if you find what they really want to say, this is easy. I've got many things to show to you.
How much of a problem did you have with originality? I mean, you must have had stuff copy-pasting,
Yes, but no, this is the smaller part of this. In most cases, they want to say something. Yes, they want to express themselves.
That's very motivating too.
Yes. At least if you touch them. Something else, since our time, we're running out of time, unfortunately. I had assumed we would have about 15 to 20 minutes on this, but you can get the site, and there is, I guess, you can get in freely. This is clubifl.gr, and you can navigate and see things for yourselves. Something we've been using lately is this. Platforms. And this works fine. They are even free to come up with anything they like. And believe me, we've got things from the very beginners. We've got a class book for 8 juniors, and we've got stuff there. And they've been having English for 1.5 months. Now, we read in Newsweek an article concerning the Greek tragedy, and we asked them for their opinion. And this is, they came up with things.
You know what I'm thinking? I mean, you could actually use your students. If you've got techie students, they'd be very interested in making their own class website, for example. And that's an obvious platform for this kind of thing.
No,
it's free.
Yeah, anything. This is good.
But I mean, use them to create the tools.
Of course, of course. Then you can improvise. You can do as many things as you like. I can show you. I don't know how many things. How many? I had in mind many. You can have. There is communication here where you can have messages from student to student. They can chat in real time, but the environment there is protected. We know all the students one by one.
We know who is online.
Yes. So, actually, we can do a lot of things. Actually, this is a vast resource. Anyway.
Can you also check what's been written?
What's been?
What's been written?
Yes.
Of course.
You can check it.
Of course.
That's the whole conversation.
And you can always.
There are 82 members
Yes.
now.
You can always see who's online.
It's Sunday evening.
It's very popular. It's very popular. They enjoy it too much because they can do anything they like. They can play hangman with the new vocabulary you've introduced. So you can, at any time, you can see who's online. Which is good. And at the same time, you can contact them and chat. As simple as that.
They're not just in Greece, are they?
Pardon me?
They're not just in Greece.
There's Cyprus. Again, I'm not quite sure where you can find people from.
There's this old place in Asia, what's that?
This is a brand new island. It's newly discovered. Well, we'll come back to it because we need to finish. I have hoped to have more time on this. So, this is WFL and some evaluation. I've been skeptical myself. Therefore, I'll start the other way around. Okay? As I said before, implementing step 2 is not effort-free. And this, I said earlier, it requires time, effort, patience, and resources. You need to bear this in mind. However, as far as resources are concerned, these ready-made ELT Web 2 digital platforms provide a vast number of such, which really facilitate the work of an educator. And they're there, expecting inspired teachers to use them. So, yes, more effort is required, but you can be a teacher unless you're motivated. It may be believed that the extra workload could prove intimidating for teachers and students. No. If you are motivated yourself and they're motivated too, everything's fine. Everything works fine. But we need motivated educators. And we have problems. We try to incorporate it, we have problems. And I'll start with them. There was initial hesitation. What is this? And what about my child's eyesight? And the children are in the Facebook 8 hours a day?
Yes.
I don't know. In many cases, we had to persuade parents that no harm could be done. In many cases, we had to educate parents. And this is what something that we still do today. And we had to distract them from other social networks. You're on Facebook 4 hours a day. Give us an hour. This. At first, this was a problem. Now it's they knew that whatever they produced, only their teachers' eyes would see. Now they really enjoy that they are read by anyone. Their personal or their class blogs are normal sites. They get the site and the parent, the relative, a friend can just click on them and see what is going on. But they are the administrators. This is the difference.
it gives them more motivation.
Of course. Self-correction.
The teacher's going to correct it, I don't bother checking it, but if everybody else is going to read it.
And now this was a problem, now they really enjoy it. They really enjoy exposing themselves. And another big problem, and we have feared this. Unfortunately, we proved right there. Lack of fast internet connections and computers. And what if you've got a class of 8 or 10 students, 1 or 2 of us do not have access? Are they their poor relatives? We have to work out solutions. So you have to bear in mind, and being in the middle of a crisis, of a very bad crisis, when they came back in September, they just gave us mobile phone numbers because they had stopped their hotel connections.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
That's a monthly bill.
This is
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is reality. A couple of years ago, things were different, yes. But now we have to take this into serious consideration. Now, this was my feedback, and it was the negative side, because before coming here, I asked for other EFL members, educators, to give me some feedback. And I had asked for positive or negative. Unfortunately, I didn't get any negative hints. I don't know. That's why I was the devil's advocate before. Okay? This is what I got. Not all of this. Some excerpts from things educators who have been using this said. This and not finished with this. When using, let me help you if you can't read it. Such a platform, everything is just a click away. Homework, online stories, quizzes that I can design and satisfy my students' needs. Songs, vocabulary practice, writing practice, since the students can write their story essays and post them on their blogs. Messages that the student and the teacher can send to each other, and the list goes on. Blah blah blah, this is the same version. The student's reaction is definitely positive, as well as their parents. Even if some parents were skeptical at the beginning because they were afraid of the internet, when they realized how autonomous levels that children have become, they're now true supporters. And this is true. As for the students' performance, it has changed for the better as they are now more motivated. Take, for example, writing. When students write just for their teachers, then sometimes they don't try so hard, but when they know that their piece of writing will be posted in the blogs and that their peers will read it, then they do their best and are anxious of their peers' comments as well as their teachers. This is what you said concerning self-correction, yes. All in all, Web2 is undoubtedly in our lives and still changing. Club EFL is a Web2 platform that has everything the teacher or student needs to present, design, communicate, and practice. And as I mentioned above, just a click away, under my finger where you are, you need for teacher. I believe that this is unique, offering teachers and students more than they could imagine. This is our own area where we can make quizzes, lessons, blogs, communicate with our students and their parents. Parents can be involved too. This is important. Send them their homework or messages, read what they have written, correct online, rather use the material which is already there and much more. And all this in a safe environment with no ads which could cause different problems. No ads. No ads. No spam.
I can give you a caveat though. Absolutely, I totally agree and I use it. The only problem is it can really suck you in and it can really take up your time. Because if you're trying then, you wanted to respond, to check, to work with, I have found it can really be time consuming. And that's something it becomes also almost addictive. And students expect your feedback, expect your web presence. So
your feedback could be given even if you don't have time in it.
Yes, but I've just found that
this is
it
what
does
we do.
make a difference.
We always have it there, and we don't see what has happened so far. Anyway, it's how you handle things. The teachers have been trained despite their first opposition. This is important, because I'm a student. The teachers' first opposition to doing extra things, they finally realized that an asset is for their teaching. I talked beforehand about teachers' professional development, and this can help. And how privileged they are to use Web2 instead of just inserting CD-ROMs in the computer. This is a good point, a very good point. Our most recent project is our classes blogs, where students publish their own material using English outside the classroom and in a very creative way, and all teachers know what creativity can do for their students. It's safe, creative, the Daily Revolutionary, Evangelia Makalek. Yes, school. 2 minutes more and we're going. Has opened up a world of creative possibilities that have enriched my teaching as a whole. I'm no longer limited to ready-made activities provided by others, but can now create my own tailor-made ones to suit my students' individual needs and wants. Through the countless games, quizzes, stories that can be personally set up. In this day, the age of modern technology, where students are constantly communicating with others via the internet, mobile phones, the only way for teachers to stay connected with their students, and this is true, is via Web 2, within a safe environment. The students' individual blogs, registered portfolios that allow the students not only a platform for their own creativity and expression, but a platform that can be viewed by a huge audience, thus encouraging the student to take pride in the form of publishing their work through forming their own individualized blog. My teaching experience, this I liked very much, has proven to me that a school that wishes to be considered relevant to the modern student must use Web 2 technology to connect and stay connected to their students who are growing up in the world of technology and have embraced the technology in their lives. Without this technology, we teachers are dinosaurs. Slowly becoming extinct in a world that will leave us behind. Nina Christou. And the last one, I've been using Club BFL for more than, this is one before the 80 years. I find it not only innovative and creative, but perhaps about all the most motivating tool that I can use to engage my students. The quiz together with the videos and the songs, the movie trailers with the vocabulary exercises. This is about the social set. The blogs with posts taken from the youngest learners, the messages, the homework, the blog stories, they're all there to make both teaching and learning a fun experience. To some, this platform may seem complicated or difficult to use, but this is absolutely wrong. It's easy even for people who have never used a computer before. This is true. Students feel they learn in a way that suits their generation, while parents are happy their kids learning in a fun way. And the last one, with Club BFL I have begun to understand that the future of education lies in both teachers and students exploiting the potential of computers at any available time. I have been using Club BFL for only a month. That's why I put it there. But I'm so excited with the infinite possibilities it offers that I have already been addicted to. I genuinely feel sorry for the students who graduated did not have the chance, sorry there is a spelling mistake there, I didn't correct it, to work with Club BFL. With parents, when parents came to apply, I had to agree to them that this is such an innovative and challenging method that has inspired me like nothing else since my studies in the United States. I believe there is no need for me or my teachers to go to any other seminars or workshops anymore. We only need training in Club BFL as it makes us feel powerful and versatile. Teachers, my other students started grumbling, blah blah blah. Now if I don't have time to watch something from YouTube, they complain. For me it's really rewarding to check on them at night, sometimes close to midnight, and see that they're there doing their homework. Learning can really be fun. I feel that Club BFL was the missing link for my school in order to achieve its educational goals with less effort and more success. This is a teacher and the school owner from Cyprus. So, that is all. This is 2:10. Lunchtime.
Well,
Thank you very much.